a bitch.
No, it's I was unmuted, but for some reason whenever Windows updates, OBS doesn't, like, even though there's only one mic inputted, I either have default or microphone, the Yeti, it'll just not register and I have to like manually pick it. So annoying. Well, I guess I didn't say that much, but yeah, it's annoying. I don't know why it happens. And thank you very much for subbing. Appreciate that. Well, I mean, I guess I could go kind of over what I said earlier. I did get back from a trip. I'm kind of tired, sick, dead, but I did a little stream last night. I don't like to do another one a day. I'm just kind of chilling. But yeah, this is a game made by, I don't know how to pronounce it, Jesse Makonnen. He's a Finnish. I played one of his games before. Oh, really? Yeah, it's something like that then. It doesn't exist and I probably have to like reset it or something. Some Windows update thing. It never happened on Windows 10, but maybe that's just some new thing they put out. And I update, and it's every time I turn off the computer, not every update, I think. But I wonder if that happened last night at the end of the stream. I don't think so. Surely somebody would have told me if the last hour or two of yesterday's stream was... No, I did that all in one stream, that's right. Never. But yeah, so I played one of this dude's games. Yeah, no, nothing happens. You just change the device to exactly what it already was. From default to a mic. And like, I could go back to default and it would still work. It's just weird. I don't know why it picks default when this exists, but I don't know. Yeah, I played Distraint by this person. I wasn't big on Distraint. I think a lot of it was the writing. It's been a long time. It's been like 5+ years, so I don't really remember super well. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if there's like a preachiness or sappiness or something. Or if it's like a gameplay thing. It's honestly been too long. I don't even think that VOD exists. That might have been before I even started putting stuff on the tube. Just to check back over it. But I was interested in playing more by them. It's always cool to see a dev who's been around for like 11 years still rocking, so I really respect that. And curious in their newest one. This is their second newest one, but it does remind me of Distraint off the bat. The big heads and all the effects and just the general gameplay and stuff. But like I said, I don't remember that one super well, so I'm not gonna like rail it too much. I just wasn't big into it. I own a few of his other games. I think the only one I don't own is his newest one and original one and Distraint 2. I own Heal, Then I guess I'm playing this. So. Maybe we'll play more. But yeah. Gonna roll with this today, and then maybe do Silk Song afterwards, depending on how I'm feeling. Kind of a trial and error thing. Oh no, that's distraction. I used the key on the door that was unlocked. I actually wonder if the original was like a humble bundle thing. Man, there is a lot of rumble in this. Jesus, I wish I could turn it down a bit. Too much rumble in my fucking my hamstring, and you get an item and it rumbles for like 4 seconds. Too dry to clean the mirror. Oh, it's like filthy. I thought it was like steamy. I was like, what? Yeah. Yeah, you can just leave that ob set, and usually it's good to go. Even after a long time without streaming. Was there... where I can wet this down? Maybe back room. Does this have piss in it or something? Pretty smelling liquid. Wipe the mirror down with some shit. I'd actually turn it up a tad. Yeah, thanks again. I don't remember if there's anything else I said that was important. I'm half dead anyway, so it's whatever. And we're just going to use this in places that make sense. Otherwise that would be pretty tedious, but it was cool. don't know if this is... I don't remember if Distraint was a game with, like, fail states. Thought it would open up the door over here. Fuse missing. Yeah, is this the first time in like many months? You'll be missing the school or the company. Or at the end of the day, probably the company. Yeah, I guess you got paid for it, huh? Listen to tunes and shit. Did you not get paid? You got the opportunity and free lunch? Okay. They got paid for offering you an opportunity, I see. Gotcha. Never mind then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like they just must have a deal with the school, or for allowing you to come in no matter what to get work experience. They don't have to pay you. It's weird. I don't remember, even internships out here, I'm pretty sure you get paid, but don't know. It's probably a different deal. Oh, really? Huh. Well, I guess you could get a job there, maybe. No, I actually get paid. But because if you're teaching or you're learning shit, you might want to do something different. Hopefully school isn't too busy. Do you have like any big tests or projects? I mean, you've only got a few weeks, right? Summer job, yeah. This is a pretty whimsical song. A random guy. Well, I guess it's supposed to be dreams, so maybe it's supposed to kind of a bit more bizarre. Right. You never know. Is it rumbling this whole time, the controller? Huh. Thanks, Sid. Alright. Damn the streamer. Escape while you can, dude. So just kind of walking around, man. He wants food. Oh, we're doing this. The horror game classic. Dim in the lights. Cockroaches. Yeah, thank you very much, then welcome back. Yeah, I'm a little dead and tired today from the travel. We did a little stream last night, but like a 3-hour game. I don't think this one's supposed to be super long either. We're just filling this up with shit water and shit water, cockroaches. I guess because it's like a dream world, we're just kind of take it at face value. Weird, he's just kind of sitting here. And be like, Actually wonder if something will like pop up. Oh yeah. Jeez. Who cares, man? My acquaintances, spooky. She doesn't move too quick. Are these his acquaintances? music, I don't know. Not like a style to it or anything. I mean, I guess it gets the job done, and it's like, wow, crazy thing happened. That's just me though. And she doesn't wear a suit, but she's got a suit on here. Like I said, I feel like this isn't real either. Maybe she wasn't supposed to have her suit on at that point in time. My nose. Oh. Loud footsteps. What's we got here? Got a cassette. Figured there'd be something here. A lot of doors now. Many doors. X, triangle, circle. The door has it, so maybe we're just supposed to do that. X, circle. Go here. No. Or does it change every time? We'll come back, maybe there's something else to it. That's just the door itself is a label, not the key. I don't like track everything, but balloon disappeared. Gosh, so breadless. Is that just like one balloon that I got the trash from? Surely there's other ones. dare use the dreaded PS5 screenshot option again. I used it for the first time to try to take notes yesterday. Not a big fan. Too many clicks and you can't have it open while you're playing, so it's not really a note as much as it is just something. Yeah, we're filtered up, bro. I need to pop more shit. Yeah, I played another game by them a decade ago. I think it's got a similar thing going on, Distraint or whatever. Because I wasn't big into that one, but curious how a newer one is. I guess to explain what's going on, I suppose. This chick's at the therapist, psychiatrist, or whatever. She said she's having dreams that are so real it feels like she can move around in them. And then she describes them to the guy. That's what we're witnessing right now. Whether that is real or not, I don't know. So it's kind of just been so far like a few just kind of adventure gamey horror areas, like the apartment complex, and you have to just kind of, unlock shit, and you have this camera that'll kind of make things appear. Nothing super crazy, but we're gonna light up a room, the classic. We're still kind of uncovering the story. Recently deceased loved one. Ghost. Dead? She half dead? Spirit whisperer. It's going for a more like she kind of talks like a more casual, like there's more like a grounded thing going on. Some of the casual dialogue is almost jarring with everything else going on, but maybe that's kind of part of the point. It's supposed to be kind of dreamy, weird, in odd ways. Is that why it's called Afterdream? She dreams the afterlife. Somewhere in there. That place. KDkill. The portal must be opened from someone. The portal must be opened when someone from the afterlife tries to reach this place. So is she like gonna be dead? I know she's in the afterlife thing. So it's dead people can try to get out of the afterlife, and that's where this is. And then she's supposed to be from reality. And she's here to open up a portal in that afterlife. Portal object, keep in the portal, it tries to find this object. So, if they open the portal, does it lead to the afterlife? Or does it lead to reality and they just like come back? We're getting the lore dump, brother. So these guys can't quite feel normally, but with this portal they can feel normally. And she has motivators to get to talk or see or help someone who died in her life. The unreality portal, dude. No shit. Thora. Riley is a scientist who disappeared a good while ago. Anyhow. Not all ghosts are human. There are gonna be twists with this. Quite the setup here. Godspeed. Okay. Can I have this? Yeah, I don't remember, like I said, I've only played Distraint by this dev. I don't remember what I didn't like about it. I think it was just the writing or something. But that was so long ago. I don't know if anybody else has played anything by this dev. Their newest one looks cool. But, been around for a while, man. Like, I feel like Distraint was hitting the ancient humble bundles of yore. Supposed to see something here. Move something. There's a clock there. At the elevator. Yeah, that was quite the explosion of exposition, but you know, I guess we know what's going on now, or maybe we don't. Triangle X, circle, circle. Did I have them wrong? Oh yeah, dude. Triangle is here. Triangle, X, and circle. I was like trying to remember because I didn't want to whip out the camera because it takes a while. Spooky sounds. Agent 47, dude. One more day afterlife. Afterdream. Agent 47, we need you to pretend to be a fucking ghost. This is some suicide action. The gems, dude. So take this to the TV. Oh wait, I've already been on the TV. Whoops. Yeah, I didn't know it was the finished stuff who did Distraint though. And this. And we need to blast this. Everybody been playing Silk Song, or have you guys been playing anything different? I've been on a trip the last week, so like most of the air was kind of taken up by Silk Song anyways. Didn't really check too much news or anything like that. Not a Silk Song gamer? Oh shit. Me too. Yeah, how have you liked it? Before I had a lot of issues with like performance, but curious how people have been enjoying the update gameplay wise. Coral Island. Yeah, that one seems cool. Well, my machine is a beast. That's the cool. We need the cool emoji on that one. But yeah, well, that's good. Oh, really? The player MTX. Is there glowing wings and everything already in that? Doesn't it like doesn't it carry over your PoE1 microtransactions? It does have glowing wings. That's awesome, dude. Never let the glowing wings meme die for fucking pseudo MMO shit. Not at the moment, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be playing it. Probably wait a bit, but it needs to be all even. Need them to be all 50. The total whiplash. Some of this music in the ghosts is extreme, dude. And I don't know how like intentionally surreal it's supposed to be, or if it's just like odd on accident. Or maybe this is exactly the feeling I'm supposed to be feeling. Yeah, certified Keenan. Okay, music? Oh yeah, Klutzu. So what's the infinite grind then? There's always some kind of like ultra grind at the end to get the perfect setup. Is there like gems or just rare items in general and you craft on top of it, or does it take a lot to craft something? There's always some RNG thing, I feel like in every ARPG to keep people going, but I mean, I guess you could just have it be where it's like easy to get everything, they just make a new character, but I don't know, I don't feel like they ever made that way. All the cursing in this is interesting. That's an interesting, I guess, topic in general, is like cursing and like writing. Like obviously, like I curse like constantly, and you know, in reality here, but depending, I feel like on what the game or the movie or the show is, cursing can like. I guess it depends on how like casual or genuine the environment or something feels. Cause there's definitely like, you know, like your old like, you know, I'm edgy and 13 kind of cussing, you know, those kinds of games where they just curse a bunch to try to like make it seem like, you know, harder than it is or something. Or in this one, I don't know. Like I'm not like a pro clutcher. I'm fine with cursing, but there's like is the cursing here to kind of give it a like more real feel. I'm not quite sure if that's working, but that might just be a side effect of something else. Infinite grind besides aiming for perfect gear and some chase items. Once you kill the pinnacle bosses, there's not much to do as far as I know. Okay. Perfect gear. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is like, you know, that like extra 4 or 5 stats or the perfect modifier, but the game doesn't have that kind of thing. That could be kind of cute. I would imagine by the end, when they get it all updated, it will, but... Or I don't know, maybe that's not how PoE works. I've only ever gotten one character to end game in PoE 1. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. Because what D4 was a mix of like getting certain legendaries and then also getting like modifiers or something. With the reforging. That's probably changed, dude. Uber versions. So that's what you beat up. You have to reach like a certain level of gear to be able to defeat Uber bosses, or is it just like a skill check? I always like some goals beyond the gear. And not just like infinite number levels or something either. Was that a D4 thing where you could keep doing like higher levels of a place, but it just kind of kept going? There's so many like ARPGs or games that pull from that I don't remember. The world of the dead and the living. Limbo. Okay. Not a gear check as much as it is just a time thing. Gotcha. Still sneezing, dude. My allergies were so fucked in my trip that I've pretty much been feeling like dog shit all week. Still haven't quite kicked it. Do they have unique loot? Or is it just like a higher chance at loot? Telling this must be painful for you. So her dad died. Yeah, okay. How do we do it? He's like, yes, you must feel very bad. Anyways, my research. And she's like, okay, anyways. Like I said, I don't even know if this dude is real. I gotta assume it's like part of the post. But who knows? I've never been more afraid in my life. Why would that be the case? More afraid of what I couldn't see. Sure. Alter is just completely lukewarm. The outlandish setting felt frightening. Just like what's been going on so far. It's definitely not the most scary thing I've ever experienced. That's obviously not the case, but there's a surrealism there. But if anything, I feel like some of the exposition and the humans kind of completely like deflated and there's been a couple of spooky moments. It's mostly just kind of like dirty locations. I mean, it's not like a comfy setting. Neutral. The structure of the dream felt compelling. Doesn't shoot in order. I actually do not have shoot in order. I plan on playing it, but Gamefly did not have a physical release, and I'm not spending $50. I'd play it right now, though. Nakazawa. I'll say nice things about it. Where's my press copy? I'm the press. I'm the press. Nakazawa. Kodaka. I didn't mean it. Have you been playing it? Are you liking it? And for mainstream outlets, which tend to be very bad about reviewing those types of games, it got pretty decent ratings. So that actually almost makes me think it's like better than I'd give it credit for. Because if 100 Line gets like 9s and 10s, and that got like 7s and 8s, I'm like, man, maybe it's actually good. You gotta go opposite with more mainstream outlets, or it's really fucking bad. Riggs has said he's liked it enough so far, so that's pretty good. What are you playing, man? Are you playing the game of the hour, the game of the month? The structure of the dream. That's not the game I was expecting you to say. Based though. Based. I've always meant to play a Super Robot Wars game. If my emotes were working, I'd post a Giga chat there. So. The structure of the dream felt compelling. Not in particular. I felt a strange sadness. I don't know, there's not really like a melancholic or sad vibe. I mean, they're trying to kind of make it sad in a way. I mean, the character should feel sad. I don't know if I'm supposed to be personally answering. I mean, I don't feel sad. Like, yeah, the afterlife and her dad died, but I don't really feel sad about it. I wanted the dream to end. I don't really particularly cares, but it'd be funny if how you answered. Surely how you answered it like changes what's going on or some shit. I wonder. That'd be kind of an interesting thing to do. I wonder what happens if you did it differently. Yeah, you're with your psychiatrist, and then you answer a survey, I guess, about what you've seen so far. Suit man. Alas, goodbye. The message remains bright. I'll show you where. Okay, let's go now. Look beyond. Who's that? Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I guess they answered the question of whether the psychiatrist thing was a dream pretty quickly. Another odd song for another random NPC. Like some kind of Chungus indie fused with a horror indie thing. It's just a clash exploding together all of a sudden. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that in a way, right? Like the NPC stuff feels like it's kind of... I wouldn't go so far as to say Silver Case yet, but... where it's like kind of the oddball, quirky NPCs that are almost taken like really literally, but then like I get this like hyper horror kind of adventure game thing in the back. I don't know, it feels like two very clashing deals. Maybe it's the music. I don't know, it's hard to describe what I'm feeling on it. I mean, we'll see as we go, right? I mean, if it's an afterlife that there's just a bunch of weirdo ghosts. Yeah, man. All I can say is tonal whiplash for sure. Whenever somebody pops up, it feels very just boom. Maybe it's just the way they look and how clean they are, and like some of the music, and then juxtaposed against like these backgrounds, and then like if there isn't music, it's like a very horror ambience. That and like some of the really casual cursing and shit. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, my allergy. Done. Landline telephone. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was good. It was good to visit the fam. Pretty tired though. Some bad allergy problems out there, I guess. Spooky sounds .log. Yep, good to get a day just to chill. Yeah, I'll probably start it after this. I had a couple things to jump through here. I did a small stream last night of Tales from Candle Candle Forest? Candleworth? That was alright. But this is supposed to be pretty short, so if I'm feeling up to it, I'll start it tonight. Figured I'd let people get ahead of me a bit. So. Well, people seem to be liking it, so I'm excited to play it. Like I said, I'd play Shoot in Order, I guess, if I had it. Let people get ahead of me more, but it is way too pricey. Wait for some kind of deep sale. Spooky noises again. I don't even know what for that time. Combination. Are you digging it so far, Weeb? You and Goto have been playing it. I'm sure other people have. I'll find this dude some coffee, some water. An owl ice sculpture. Just connect everything. I assume it won't be that easy. Gotcha. Yeah, I've heard it's a little harder than the first one, which makes sense for the sequel. Cool. We got a seed. Yeah, they added I Am Your Beast to Game Pass. Yeah, I want to play that. That's supposed to be a cool one. That dev puts out a lot of games. What was that? Just like a distortion. Maybe that was supposed to be like a spooky event. Oh yeah. It's been a bit since I played it, but I just... An epic gamer. Yeah. It'd be fun. Oh yeah, is the control really different? Godo's told me it's got a lot of movement and shit. You've been playing it, I'm guessing, faster. Which is cool. I'd like to see them kind of try their hand at more move tech and stuff like that. Hollow Knight. It's good. It's got pretty simple control setup. Yeah. Okay. That's cool if they've, yeah. Kind of change that. Because they easily could just make it like exactly the same and it would still be cool, but like, kind of hoping they would try to zazz it up a bit. Yeah, just hop on top of them and go. There's definitely a good few you can do that with. Oh, we're just literally... It just keeps repeating until it's done. I think that's why people like Mantis Lords and stuff like that. And why Mantis Lords is considered pretty tough. Is because it's very like... You have to play to the bosses. There's a lot less opportunities to smack dudes. Since they're like in the background and phasing in and out a lot. Some of me keep up the aggression a good bit. It's oil. Let's get the guy this coffee. Music. Man. I just don't know on the tone on this one, man. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to feel like bizarro, surreal. It's a tough thing, I feel like, to really nail that vibe. Like a Twin Peaks kind of like a... There's like a mix of comedy, surrealism, and like horror, and it kind of just like works kind of deal. Like you just get guys who just pop out, the clown music happens, they say some curse words. It's nonsensical, but I don't really feel like a mystery or like a uncomfortable. I don't feel like uncomfortable or anything like in a horror way from it. I'm just like all right, like it kind of like feels like it's trying so hard to do that, which maybe it's not. Maybe it is going for this vibe, and we'll see where it goes by the end. But like it kind of just takes you out of it, if anything. Doesn't help like what we're doing usually. It's just like get this guy a coffee or, you know, put a seed in a plant thing or something, right? Which is not like inherently I feel like a bad thing. It's just more like, you know, there's nothing like rooting us in like a horror thing outside like the backgrounds and stuff. Or like pushing us or like a goal or pushing us forward or something. So it's like you're kind of just in it for the atmosphere at this point, and then that happens and you're like, well, fuck. Yeah, it's odd. I mean, maybe it's purposeful. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've only played Distraint by this dev, and well, that wasn't my favorite. It's been like 10 years since Distraint. So. Their newest one looks really cool. Let me find it. The art style is very different. This looks a lot like Distraint. Not exactly like it, but yeah, this one looks neat. I'll pick it up for the October Horror Month thing. I need to get that guy's coffee. I do like his mustache though. Maybe it's not even supposed to feel like horror. I mean, there are those games that have like those atmospheres where it's like like a deadly premonition, I guess. I don't know if that's a good one. Or like it plays with horror, but it's mostly about the goofiness. No, that's not a great example. Deadly premonition is like a discount Twin Peaks. That cranks up the rickiness. I don't know. Maybe that's the goal. We'll see by the end. Huh? Sculpture. Look at these guys. Soil. Hard to tell the difference between some of the rooms. Like, remember where each thing is. Oh, I'm literally just trying shit on shit. I have to actively definitely put a little more effort into remembering where things are, just in a direction kind of way, because with all the effects and such, the color palette, I guess, being a little lighter, it's kind of hard to differentiate the rooms. I feel like off the cuff, man. So we need soil for the seed. Soil. The feeling I have to use this camera somewhere I haven't. There's number we're missing somewhere too. I don't know if there's gonna be like a fingerprint or somebody splooged on it or something. I like these kinds of 2D adventure games that are very like door based. It's hard to I guess I just played enough for like there is like I wouldn't even call it a subgenre, but like where you're walking through like hallways and rooms and stuff instead of like, you know, like in what we just played before this, it's like you changing your viewpoint in like a room and then also going into places, right? I guess you would call this like more like traditional, like a Monkey Island type of thing. But like there's that one Chinese one I played that was like this too, where there's just like lots of doors and it's like mostly hallways and like connections. It can be hard to orient yourself in these types of ones. Be like a little labyrinth. I don't know quite what I'd call that. I probably shouldn't call it anything. It's kind of what it is, but are there any oil? We'll see if there's anything that we truly get like fucked on. Since you can also slowly take like photos, I do wonder if I was hoping that would just fill it up. Between that and like kind of the navigating, if there's going to be some kind of goofy something or other we haven't kind of clicked on. I like pixel hunting, but in that kind of vein, right? Three, 5, 5. Okay. Is there any connection between that statue and this here? Or is it just pure trial and error to like just take a picture of random shit and hope the number pops up? And I guess if you're gonna take a picture of something, I mean, a statue would be more than expected than some random chunk of wall, but I don't want to have like a precedent to like check literally everything with this camera. We'll see. And some water. Okay. A watering can in the well room. Yep. Yes, he told me. flower, brother. Back to the well. Check the well first. Or the phone first. Trisha the Undertaker. Bizarre phone call from another world that turns into something aggressive. I don't know. I'm trying to be an asshole, but I don't know. Yeah. We'll call them classic horror tropes in the video game. I'm curious if it'll get kind of more sappy by the end of it, or if it's more going to be like a twist thing. She's got some troubles with her dad's death and all that. Spirit of the well. Huh? That's nice, brother. Cut to black. We're back. Interesting. Okay, we saw that face earlier too. Her dead father's face. His dead face. If this is in reality, he seems pretty invested in a ulterior way, but I would imagine it's not. I'm waiting for the she's dead at the end, but maybe not. She might just be visiting the afterlife. Could be anything. That could just be crazy. Extend our reach. Our first goal is already appeared. Gotta be something going on here. sensor. Light sensor. Needs a full juicing. Hot blood. The river Styx. What is it supposed to be, blood or Jack Daniels or wine or what? Just gunk. I guess it's best kept vague. Authentication key. There's a man here now. Every time an NPC appears, you're like, oof. Am I supposed to take him seriously? He heard about her. He's in the dream. He's recreating her camera. This machine. I guess that's pretty dreamlike. It wouldn't make any sense if you're supposed to take it serious. I lost my physical body, but my consciousness remained. The other side. Am I supposed to take it serious that like some random doctors like coming into the other side here? Or is this supposed to be surreal? Who knows, man? We'll find out, huh? Okay. Is man gonna turn into a horror creature? Well, let's hope he doesn't turn it back on. Useful horror game item, the pliers. Yeah, I have to imagine the vibe is find something else. Like the bizarre, the abruptness and like the content of what comes out of nowhere. It's like, what was the idea? Doesn't really have like a... Doesn't quite mesh for me that much. Like it doesn't feel surreal enough, but then it's also not really like, I guess, in your face enough at the same time to just be like, you know, hey, it's a bunch of people exploring a weird place kind of thing. You know, personal and surreal it is by the end of it. Or if it is just like, hey, there's random fucking scientists exploring this place. Okay, we'll do that. Then we can use the pliers to grab the shit out here. Okay. So how we activate. Dealio. Oh, pliers are done. Amazing. Alright. How do I know? Oh wait, I know. I mean, I guess things don't have to make sense if you're in a dreamy world, right? Why he would write his safe code on the side of a pipe across the sewer canal. Screwdriver. Gotta be on our game. Gotta be thorough here. Screwdriver. I don't remember what we needed over here, so I'm just gonna go try it. That's cute. Resting visual. It's kind of the same with the photos. They kind of have, I guess, a fancy art style mix up. The actual walking around. that way, but it could be less scary, or more scary, at least to me, without the dog spooky noise. I mean, in like your cheapest shitty horror games, it would be like that kind of noise, but like cranked to 10,000% volume to get you a jump scare. But this isn't trying to go for like cheap jump scare vibes. I don't know, I feel like some of it more, for me, unsettling might work better. Whatever. Floppy disk. It's a weird looking MF. Who goes there? Why are you here? Help me. Yes. I'm in pain. Please help me. Just let me free. Yeah, sure. Guess I'll get a little closer. I don't know what the mask signifies. If it's just some kind of creepy goober. Fascinating person. Guess we could go check on him, see if he gets destroyed at all. It is a ways back, but I am curious what kind of side shit there is in this game. Don't really see him. Maybe I was supposed to check at a certain moment there, and it passed after I did the floppy disk, or he's just not here. He did not even appear until we flashed him, so. We'll be checking for side shit again after that. Supposed to be her father. They're wearing like the same suit. I could do something for him. Fucking. What could it be for? Get the bug net in the very room you need it. Yeah. I wouldn't call myself a strong person, but Jesus. I feel like you don't need it to drop that far if you're in an emergency. I mean, that'd be cute if they could make a very ambiguous, real kind of ethereal. I don't know how to describe. Kind of some place that different things or times kind of like meld in some odd subconscious or something it is, but I don't know if it's quite hitting that. Not like some backroom shit or anything like that, but something like real, but like extremely like obtuse and like relatively unknown. But it's so blunt force about some of these NPCs and some of the tone that I'm not. And you just kind of start in like a horror environment anyways, that like that kind of going into the dream kind of vibe isn't really there. Doesn't help. Most of what you're doing is pretty like stock adventure game shit. Not really anything like super duper like bizarre, surreal. A little bit. I mean, it's like, you know, it's a guy who's like, you know, cutting ice. It's not kind of odd to have it in the middle of nowhere, but I think it was just the presentation. It's weird overall, yeah. I remember with Distraint. I think Distraint was very like, it was like a psychological horror thing. That was very blunt about it being like, was it like the bad office culture and like maybe depression and stuff like that, the boss and all that. I didn't like the writing in it, but I don't remember. Like I said, I haven't played enough of this dude's games to really get like a... There's kind of a pattern in any of them. Just to try to kind of guess where we're going, right? Strain was so long ago. It's also a short game. Pretty similar to how you play it, though, if I remember right. Very door, hallway, kind of adventure game, horror, lots of effects and vignette shit. Or maybe my memory is fucking with me. This looks different. It won't last. Also that age-old question with horror on how much dialogue you should have in it. You know, there's like the medium, which has like too much dialogue, and then the horror doesn't even get a chance to breathe. It's also like, you know, it's not always possible, I guess, depending on the story you want to tell, if you can truly do like a completely environmental vibes kind of told story. No. I don't think this has had like too much or anything. I do wonder if it can be a little less, you know. I don't know, maybe it could have less dialogue, I don't know. Maybe there would be a vibe there. Fire, huh? Oh, person. I really need to read House of Leaves. I don't know why I'm thinking of that all of a sudden. I guess it's because I started reading something recently. I'd like to read that before we do that Doom wad. The My House wad or whatever. House of Leaves is like a experimental, like, I don't know, I don't know if it's horror even, I guess, maybe. A book. And I guess the My House thing was kinda... either inspired by or directly adapts. It'd be $2 if you read all of it. All of it. What is all of it? I mean, I've got the book. Is there an ARG or some? I need to go to some coordinates, dig some shit. You'll see. Okay. You'll see. I need to though. It seems up my alley. I can't pick anything up. I don't know if we'll be here for long. I'm beginning to just take everything more at face value in this. Like maybe there's some psychological stuff mixed in here, but maybe not. Maybe it is just like heavy psychological. She's creating characters and from life. I don't know. Or if this is truly like ghosts in an afterlife, and we're just someone who can wield some special item and. I'm fine with that. Which way we're going. Speaking of ghosts and adventure games and someone who messes with the afterlife, anybody played that Kathy Rain 2? I played the first one. It was alright. More of an in-your-face kind of like dialogue heavy. Supernatural game. I don't know if I call it like horror as much, but they made a sequel like 10 years later, which was obviously like this year, or was it last year? It's supposed to be pretty good. Wasn't sure if it would ever get one, but kind of interested. It's interesting to see a game get like a sequel, or anything get a sequel like that many years on. That's like relatively direct, or see how much they like reinvent it or. Or what have you. Or just kind of change their style. I don't know what else I played by them. I honestly don't think they did much outside Kathy Rain and a couple other things. I'll link it here. Yeah, I guess people were talking it up a bit. We got voicing. More of an old school type of point click on the vibe. Top games. And what else did they do? Oh yeah, Whispers of a Machine. That was one I had wanted to play, but I wasn't really sure if it was like super good. But I don't know if it was them specifically. That one. Lift up the dev or the publishers are off here. Man, I hate that Steam autoplays. I need to turn that off. Where is that? I'll figure it out. I hate autoplay trailers. I hate that they put every bundle in here. Can I hide bundles? It's like Kathy Rain 2 is like in 1,000 bundles, and it's like, okay, man, what did they make? I'm just all I care about. That's pretty much it. Kathy Rain in 2016, Whispers of a Machine. I guess they remade Kathy Rain and then another Kathy Rain game. I always wonder how that works out. Yeah, it's probably kind of like that. Nancy Drew's a. What am I thinking of? Where in the world's Carmen Sandiego? What is Nancy Drew again? Oh yeah, it's probably like that, honestly. A mystery. Kind of bullshit thing. I mean, if it instead of some mystery person, it was like a biker chick investigating random supernatural events. I mean, that's how the first one is. It's got like a personal story for her. I mean, I'm not saying I love it either, but Be interested in seeing like a sequel to it 10 years after. Anybody played a Carmen Sandiego game? Isn't there like a shitload of those? But it's like I've never talked to anybody who's played one. They're more like, I thought, educational games, maybe not. I don't even know if it's just games. It could be like books and shit. Show. Shit, there's a show. Maybe it was just a show. Some kind of multimedia thing. Yeah. I do feel like this is trying to be like surreal with how Chip Chip Cheerio some of it is at times compared to the horror, like the juxtaposition of it all. I don't know. Whoa. Live action. Oh, it's like a game show? And the kids have to guess. Learn about the world? What the fuck? Huh. Maybe it was more of a TV thing than it was anything else, huh? Maybe they just made some spin-off shit. This guy on the far left is all neckbeard, man. What the fuck? That shit's going all the way down to his fucking chest, but it's all hair. Yeah, I never watched that. Never even knew about it. Yeah. There was a game. Don't see a game into TV show, game show very often, huh? Where did they go? Oh, they just kept going. It's an anti-cemetery. They remember their living loved one. A ghost's graveyard. Everybody wears a suit. Something going to happen here. One of a kind beans. Straight from a rat's ass. I'd almost prefer this place to actually just be like a kind of paradise instead of like some twist into horror. Like try to own some kind of place where ghosts live, pseudo horror thing instead of just have random NPCs pop up in horror environments and then call it a day. Your chores, madam? Herbs from the garden. I'm coping here. I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to. And the cap guy comes up and I'm just like. Circle is alongside the cross. The cross and the triangle are furthest away from each other. Oh god, I need to write all this down. Keep alt tab and think I'm playing on PC. Alright. Guessing this will be somewhere. It isn't just random, clearly puzzle riddle clues for nothing. Make the hat appear on his head, or is it like up in the attic maybe? We haven't really done much in this house. This is the last time we ever see this guy. Range block. Touch herbs. But where? Not here. There might be more photos I gotta take somewhere. Maybe I take a photo of that gate. No. Exactly, are we looking? And whip out the photos everywhere. Of course. Random grave behind a tree. Circles on the left of the square. The triangle is alongside the square. The cross and the triangle are the furthest away from each other. Circle is alongside the cross. Circle's on the left of the square. Okay. Triangle is along. I mean, are we supposed to put them back in here? Okay. I was pretty sure I had it right. Mm. The fucking candles. What the hell? This is a good moment to rest my eyes for a little. Fuck. Falling asleep within a dream. Nice place turned evil. What the hell? I can't believe it. It was dark. The memorial site. I guess I didn't quite go to hell as much as it is just outside. Okay, so we need to get into that. She just says perfect. Oh, shucks. Cracked it somehow. What? telephone booth behind her. Can I get over there even? What was the telephone number? This dude's got a fucking mitt. Of course he does. Alright. I'll take your mitt, brother. To grab the telephone number. Sinuses. Have you guys ever have a rotary phone like this? I don't think I've ever used one. Well, I've used like I guess one used as like a prop. I don't think I've ever called a real number from one of these. Before my time. Phone dragon. Yeah, don't growing up. They're cool. I guess there's just some more like, since you have to do more in the spin, there's more feedback or more of a process. I mean, obviously it'd be a huge pain in the ass compared to like a digital single button or just like a touchpad or something. The portal object is here. Now it's just here. Music. Never in this urn contains the ashes of my beloved father. It's so beautiful and so mesmerizing. Like a stiffness. That's what I said. Alright, we've got the portal object. They just tell you how many worlds there are? Okay, wasn't going for that, I was just checking it. The camera's gone. Is this the portal? His ashes are in the machine. Or do they just plug it in? Broken camera. You can peek through some of the doors. Push left click and see cyan colored arrow. I think we're worrying about like getting wrecked now. What else is back here? I'm supposed to sneak past him. Just instantly kills you. Gotcha. Well, at least you don't gotta go very far back. Carve the ice if I had a chisel. Oh, we're just making a square, but you say so, lady. something in the back there? Oh, there it is. I want to start it for this. Let's look here. Prove you're not a robot. Prove you're not a robot. I already proved I'm not a robot once, man. It's bad. Got 10,000 things asking me. Like an email asking me to re-input a password, and then something else asking me for something, and something else asking me for something. Not what I want to be doing right now. Give me a minute. We'll put on a little BRB here. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, they like it's bizarre because it must just be because they like advertised it with him and his like studio or whatever. Everywhere I go, and I'm not going that many places to look for it, but like Reddit and shit like that, like places that would talk about shoot in order just casually, right? Like, you know, like random thread of people who aren't maybe like super into VNs, but like they talk about them. And it's always Kodaka made it. Why was Kodaka begging for this and that when he was making this 2 seconds later and all that? Like, because he didn't even make it. Poor Nakazawa, dude. Yeah, I'm sure he did a little bit. I mean, it is still their company, right? But yeah, people are acting like, yeah, it's like he did. That's just like his thing. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it's more. Nakazawa. It's like I've got to check an email here. 50 verifications. God. Doesn't anything just stay fucking logged in? God damn it. Losing my fucking mind, bro. I have to get a fucking 2-factor to log into something for my 2-factor to log into something for my 2-factor. Someday I'm just gonna be in an infinite chain of like 2-factors and fucking logins and verifications. Yes, stay signed in. Maybe I just have never logged into some of this computer. Are you digging it so far? I said I'd like to play it, it's just kind of pricey. It needs my correct credentials. I already logged in. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm gonna fucking log into this crap. Let us play an entire game at this point. Oh yeah, they're back. I'm fine with exaggerated characters as long as there's like some kind of nuance or depth still there, right? I'm not into it for the gimmick, right? Or like that's all it is. They are just like goofy caricatures. So, I mean, I guess I agree with you. Because usually there's like zero depth. This one is current days. Yeah, face value, the overly the top gimmick shit. I mean, I guess I wouldn't like a character that was boring that also was like face value, but it's a bit more. Yeah, maybe obnoxious. I got you though. I'm curious since I just read 100 line what I would think of the shooting order stuff, but it'd be hard to say, right? Until I play it. I feel like Nakazawa never really did those kinds of characters either, so him going for that would be kind of, I could see it being kind of shitty. Good tunes and art. That's good. Yeah, well, I want to play it. I do want to play it. It is 50, right? Man, Steam is horrible about going from a large resolution to a small resolution. Breaks, yeah, 50. Oof. Jeez. view. Language, your language. Oh, even just in my language, it's 42. Yeah. Yeah. The people are chomping at the bit. Or Nakazawa. I need to play it. And the only Klitz and rigs that I know are playing right now. I'd planned on it, but the physical release did not pan out, and let me double check it hasn't been added, but yeah. The only thing I see on gameplay if I type shooting is the FGO figure. Read all the writings of the faceless ghost. Junk, trash, chisel. Back we go. you. Vaulting over. What are we carving, man? Iceland. Oh, okay. That would be the... I mean, I guess it's a dream or whatever. Or some kind of weirdness. The portal. Everyone's here. Not quite. Lord of the Rings reference real quick. Everyone is here. Okay. Okay, bro. I'll give you a face. Or not. I'm supposed to like go get someone. Okay. Anybody new? Who is this mysterious soul? The guy. Mark. It's rumbling the whole time. Yeah, I'm wondering how to cinch it, because I don't know so far, man. Will they tie it together in some kind of... Boo, that makes it all go down smooth. The suit. Yeah, I figure that just means like if there's something that goes through shields, it just doesn't do anything. Oh, so could you do like a 1 health build or some shit? Can you like purposely put yourself at like low health though, and then get a shield? Easily? I am to wake up. Oh, cool. Oh. The berserker build. Okay. She was dreaming about reuniting with her father in a dream world. Maybe. Which, I mean, the whole idea of the game was about dreaming. That's whatever, but I'm curious where we're going with it. Examine the red-haired. Wait, probably not just a dream. Although if it was, I guess you're losing your ship from loss. I mean, I really just found out how they execute it. I don't know what they personally could do that would really make me explode, but I'm curious. Photo album. Is this gonna allude to her dream at all? last moments in is what he wanted to say. My controller's going crazy. And I mean, I'm fine with the depressing ending. I don't know about it in general, but sure thing, Jesse. I guess it doesn't matter if the dream was real or not. I mean, whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't know if that was supposed to hint that it was or not. Anyway, the typical kind of way to end it, right? Where it's like something gives you the answer. But I mean, she got her closure in a way, yeah. You hear some croak, but also, I mean, it's still vibrating. It's constantly vibrating. Yeah, well, there's Afterdream. I don't think I was too big on it. I gotta say, at the end of the day, I mean, I think the heart's there for sure. I respect that element. I think there was some cool little moments visually, and you know, you're definitely asking questions and kind of curious what's going on. It's memorable in that aspect. But, I don't know. I think some of the tonal whiplash, some of the kind of not always most imaginative adventure game puzzling, even just kind of some of the locations, especially, you know, how samey they could feel at times, and whether that's a result of the effects or just the environments themselves. I mean, there's variety, I guess, between the different worlds, but within them, I mean, it'd be hard to even think back and remember some of them, but I don't know. I mean, it was still a fun enough little, just, you know, short, you just kind of go through an adventure deal, but and I don't think the writing really got me too much. An afterlife story about a love loss, you know, a loved one is lost their life and all that. I mean, yeah, it's a touching thing, but it's also, there wasn't much there for me that I feel like really set it apart or felt, even if it wasn't really trying to go for anything super different, like on a, you know, executed on like another level or anything for me. It's definitely a tried and true story with the kind of psychological horror type of shit. That doesn't mean it's bad, but I'm trying to knock it or anything too much, but I don't know. I don't think I connected enough with her, with their relationship. It really is just like the idea of like a lost loved one, and that is what it is going off of. I think the most emotion you're getting is probably that last cassette. You know, that's there's the inkling of, other than a few stray things she says, you know, any connection they had. The idea of a afterlife that like you can perceive through your dreams, regardless of whether it's real or not. I don't know if it was like surreal or like ethereal enough. Like at times I feel like they wanted you to take it very seriously, like you are this chosen one with the camera who's going to like plug in like ashes to a machine to open up the proper afterlife. But then at times it's like trying to be so goofy with some of the little jokes and some of the clown music and stuff that, you know, like there's stuff like You May Nikki and stuff, shit like that has like a mix of like very, you know, like a happy, lots of light, kind of like bizarreness that mixes with horror and stuff that can have like a dreamlike feel. I think this kind of goes for like that, but maybe it's kind of, I don't know. I can't tell where it's trying to go with it. All I know is that whatever the blend was didn't quite nail for me. It definitely not like a spooky game or anything. I think some of the sounds and stuff are a little, you know, on the nose, but there's some cool stuff there for sure still. I probably liked it better than I did Distraint, but that's more because I didn't really like Distraint that much. One was like less fucked. I'd still like to play other games by the person, especially ones I think in a different wheelhouse. The newest one where it's more kind of like, almost looks more like an adventure, like a choose your own adventure type of thing. Seemed kind of neat, but I don't know. I think the gameplay stuff, even though it's not like super spicy. I mean, there's the camera thing. I guess if you've played a few horror deals, I mean, you don't really use the camera for light too often. That's pretty tired at this point, regardless. I think the idea of using a camera to kind of like phase stuff in, really, especially with like some of the areas being kind of not too distinct between some of them, and there's definitely like a nonsense to some of it, right? Like, you know, oil's just here and numbers are just there just cause, right? And I mean that can fit like a dreamy vibe, but it does, and it is pretty classic adventure game, but it's like couple that with like needing to kind of check the areas over with a camera. And I wouldn't call it like a tedious game, but I definitely don't think it's like a super fun mechanic. I just think like if it was tuned a little shittier, it would be more annoying. I don't think it's like a really super interesting mechanic. Like we're not like seeing like a different world through the lens, or there's like a lot of meaning there or anything. It kind of just feels like it's there. I mean, maybe there is meaning. I don't know. I just don't see it. But look, I don't need it to be like Fatal Frame where I'm like shooting ghosts away or something. Like that's not quite. That's more of like a weapon, right? Point is, I don't think there was a lot of like mechanics or like puzzles that really like felt super different out there, like super interesting. They were fine. I mean, I don't think they were like fucked. But I don't know. I think a lot of it's the story, like the same setup, but with like a different kind of like an atmosphere and story. Maybe I can understand that being a bit different, but just didn't really connect with her. They tried to do like some kind of grounded dialogue. Maybe there's a lot of like cursing and kind of casual, like, you know, where the hell am I and all that, but I don't know. Maybe this is a case of less is more. Like maybe I had less, more visual, or just more of a feeling. Maybe something you piece together a little bit more. I don't know. I'm fine with like a blunt force, like psychological story. I mean, they don't all have to be surreal, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't connect much with their dialogue. I mean, you had the NPCs who had like a little bit of story, like the face guy, the scientist didn't really have anything. It was more just him like investigating the place. His deal was more like if it was real or not. I feel like the big question of whether it was real or not, as like a philosophical question, I guess, Like, does it matter more just personally to her? Is that what actually matters? Like, that is cool. I feel like it needs a bit more of an emotional hit. Otherwise, it's more just kind of the mystery of it. I don't know. I'm rambling. I respect definitely what they're going for. I'll play some other games by the dev. But yeah, I don't think it hit for me quite many places. quite anywhere, really. I don't think it's bad, but I don't know exactly what to say on it. It's not like spooky, but I don't think it was like emotional enough. But the surreal atmosphere and the not quite there. And then the adventure gamey bits are not like the most interesting puzzle work, but it's not. It's like fine, right? You have to just kind of make sure you're clicking around enough. It's not a pixel hunt, but you know, it's somewhere in there. I don't know if you're in the mood for. Yeah, I would say like pretty cool on it. Probably not even lukewarm, but you know, I respect the small team thing going on, and kind of that they're going for something more emotional there. But yeah, just not like super. I don't think it's like shit or anything, but. I hope that they keep working on stuff. Yeah, I'll play that new one they came out with. What was it again? This one. This one I'm pretty interested in. Just at least visually right off the gate. It was kind of neat. Like I said, I still don't think I'm quite into this dev's writing. Going by Distraint in this. I do think there's like a stiffness to some of the dialogue. Not quite like Tales from Candleforth, where it's like it feels like more of a language problem, but this one looks pretty neat. That one seems cool. This one looks a lot more like Distraint, And I get sticking to your guns. I mean, maybe the games in between are different, but it was almost 10 years between this and Distraint. So I'm kind of curious to see what they do with a little bit of a different style. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it's definitely not like a cookie cutter dog shit like horror game. I think it's definitely trying to go for some shit, which I like. But like I said, I'd probably be more okay with the gameplay if I think it kind of really nailed some kind of strong atmosphere or story. Right? I just don't think much of that did much for me. I didn't see what they're going for, and I like that, but I don't know. Maybe there's just too much really strong stuff about lost in a psychological horror dream world that alludes to personal loss and stuff that to compare against. So maybe it's just kind of being unfair to it. Not that I like that shit. I mean, it's not really a deal. But anyways, guys, I'm pretty hungry. I'm actually starving, so I'm gonna take a break here. I did link the dev's newest game. Once again, I'm gonna link. I've always said I need to be doing this more with indies and stuff, but this is the dev. They've been around for a really long time. I think it's really interesting to see like a dev that was like in some like the original Humble bundles, still kind of making shit, right? I mean, it's been like what? The first one on Steam is 2014. So, give it a check. Most people really like these. I mean, Distraint 2 is like overwhelmingly positive on Steam and stuff, so yeah. I was a little bit more lukewarm on it. Yeah. I would say overall, if you're in the mood for a horror like point and click, you could go worse, right? Like I played some that even do this kind of like hallway kind of crawling thing. I can't remember what it was called. It was a Chinese one that was not very good. You know, it's short enough, kind of like Candle Forth, where it's like, hey, it's short enough, where it's kind of harmless in that aspect, right? But I don't know. I think there's a few moments like the going through the pipe and all that, and like I feel like the very ending and the front here that has some really cool art. Yeah. So there's stuff there. I don't know if you're in the zone for that kind of game. I don't think I would like say don't play it, but I don't think that's like you gotta play it kind of game. So, anyways, I'm just trying to be nice. I was pretty cool on it. So I will catch you guys here in a bit. I guess we're gonna start Silk Song. We'll see how I'm feeling. My allergies